So in my last video, I showed a neat little trick where you can basically remove Alyx from the game. And I gave about a 5-second look into what this means, and how far you can get, but I didn't really cover it completely. So as you can see, Alyx is gone. Go watch the video, if you haven't, because it actually explains how you do it. But, what does this mean? Well, first I'll get past this fight with the two antlion guards, because that takes a little while, so I'll cut to when I've done that. So you come up to this lift. Yes, we do. We do come up to this lift. Can we hear it with this cutscene? Thank you. And so we get into this lift, we kill this head crab. Get in here, and then boom. That's easy. Boom. Blah, blah, blah. So we get into this lift, but the button to activate the lift doesn't work unless Alyx is inside the lift with you, which sucks. So my first thought was to just, go up here and make my way up to this ledge, because that looks like an incredibly easy prop up, right? So if we just grab... Am I too far away? It hits me. So if we just grab this cube and we try and get up here... Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. I'm not doing too well on the parkour front. It's okay. And we make our way up this wall, because this is the flattest wall we can do it against. As you can't really see it, but there's an invisible wall up that way. So this horrible way of doing it, where you climb and then you go backwards. You come to a realization that this is one whole bit of collision. So even if you try and approach it from the left, you try and slide down into it, you know, you can't go from the side. It's just one fat piece of collision. And there's not, you know, a little hole that you can go into. I'm sure you could probably go out of bounds, but the way I did it was by using this this weird trick with the episodes. I don't know if it's just episode 2 or if it's episode 1, but certain objects have actually most objects have weird collision that you can use for your advantage. So if you hold an object up against a wall, there's a possibility for it to clip inside of you. I didn't get it that time, but I'll get to it. I'll cut to when I do get it. Okay, so that was it. Basically, you push it up against a wall, and eventually it kind of moves inside of you. And because of this function called find close passable space, the game doesn't want objects inside of you. So if an object clips inside of you, it'll do whatever it can to push you away from that object. And that meant pushing us inside of here. Now, we're kind of stuck here now. But when save loading, we get another, we get more find close passable space, because now we're in an area it also doesn't want us in. So if I save loaded here, if I saved and then loaded, which we have binded to one key, it'll push me down. That's usually the direction it goes. I didn't make a save on this, did I? Oh, I have to do that again. But it pushes me down. But by using a barrel or something explosive, I use these in this specific case because they are very, 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 they don't hit you that much. So if you hit yourself like that, you now have momentum that way, but you're still stuck in here. But every time you save load whilst in here, you'll now... Okay, well, not every time you save load. When you save load inside of here, it pushes you that way. So if we chain a bunch of these together and then keep loading before the game can figure itself out, that's, I think, something called void clipping. I'm not 100% sure if it's called void clipping, but, you know, hey. But if I chain a bunch of save loads together, like this might not send me where I want, because I had a pretty bad setup for this. No, okay. So this pushed me this way, but it's specifically pushing me down in this way. And now it's just pushing me down, because I'm technically in bounds now, but I'm in a very weird spot. But if I go back and repeat this trick again, which I'll cut to when I get... Okay, I got it eventually. That took me a lot longer than it normally does, but I just had to readjust my angle and stuff. Once you get through, we get to the next map, and we get a Vortigon. But we do not get Alyx spawning. What's interesting about here is normally on this map, you would have a cutscene, and Alyx is speaking. She's the first one to speak here, but since Alyx isn't here, the Vortigon just sounds like he's talking to himself. And what's also interesting is normally in this cutscene, once, you know, he stops boating, Alyx opens this for you and you're able to go get to the car. But we are unable to do that.
It appears they attempted but made it. The gun would appear to be powerless.
Gun's powerless, how sad. But whilst he's working on the gun, Alyx would walk over here and be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna unlock the door for you. But you can't do that. Now, whilst I could have brought a prop with me from the last map, we have a very handy crate down there, which means we don't have to do that. Because of the beautiful nature of the gravity gun, it can just do this, which is awesome. Now, I did record a section for the video, and I went that way by jumping up on there, and nothing was really different, so to save time in this, I'm just gonna go over this way. I'm just gonna bring that with me as well. We even get a little... Actually, no, I didn't trigger the cutscene, but you sometimes, if you look in the right place, get a little sneak peek at the G-Man here. But he hasn't spawned in, so no G-Man for us. I'll leave this crate here for no particular reason. This has a handy bit of collision, which means you're able... Wow. That's a lot of cars. You're able to get over here. Technically, I could go all the way over there and around, but that wastes about 20 minutes of recording, and there isn't much difference as to what I can show you here. I think I have to... Yeah, you have to trigger the cutscene like that. I think you still have to fall down for it to... It takes a little while. I don't want to jump down. Fine. We will jump down. You didn't really get a choice there. You could have saved health there. But at certain areas, Alyx will still say her voice lines here. It's like that. Good work, you're almost to the car. And there's another one up here. She has all her voice lines, as the voice lines aren't attached to her NPC. the voice lines are just played at certain areas. Her NPC doesn't exist. And my original theory was that the voice lines were coming from the sniper, because when you pass certain times, you know, there's a sniper version of her, but it isn't that. Because if I look it up here, I'm able to find actor called Alyx, and that's for like all of the cutscene. So she still doesn't exist, but she can say voice lines sometimes, which is fun. I have to go. If I don't do that, I have to go tip the bridge. Wow, doing too much. I do not understand this trigger and how it works. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so once we get here, we have to let our friend out, our Vortigon friend. He's over here crying like, please, please let us through. I'm gonna let him through. Though I'm not gonna let Alyx through because she doesn't exist. Yeah, I know, shocking, right? Well done, Freeman. Yeah, there's a lot of Alyx dialogue here, so he's kind of just very awkwardly silent here. Do you need me to get into the car? Is that what it is? Yeah, they have a little bit of cutscene here. It's very one-sided, but once we go over here, you know, he says, "Oh, goodbye, farewell, it's been an honor." And then he's meant to open the gate. But he doesn't, because he waits until Alyx gets in the car. But crazily enough, we do not have an Alyx, so we are unable to get this gate open. There is a way of getting around this. Oh. If we prop up this wall, I found a little space. Please just let me up. There you go. No. Wait, I'll take that. That's a better spot. Okay, nice. So once we get up here, I'll get to a lower bit so I can save some health, because I'm just so crazy like that. If we get down, we're able to clip inside of this. Just saving loading alone isn't enough, so if we walk up to this, I don't know if this has collision or if this is... Yeah, this doesn't have collision, it's just part of the model outside of here. It's these two, and if you are touching this little clip brush, by crouching and jumping, sometimes you get stuck on it. And so if you save load whilst being stuck on it, it's not very easy to know when you've got it, but if you just keep randomly save loading, eventually you'll get through. And after enough save loading, which takes like forever, we get through. Okay, well, there we go. We get through. From here, we lose our car, but it's okay. Every map from this map lets our car respawn right next to us. All pretty. And normally, if you leave Alyx like that, Alyx will spawn right next to you, but this isn't a solution to Alyx leaving us. I'm gonna skip over the next map until the end, because nothing interesting happens until the end. Okay, so once we get up here, normally you have this little cutscene with Alyx, and, you know, there's the hunters? No. Yes? Hunters? I can't remember. I can't remember their name. I'm sorry. And you fight them, and then you're eventually... I think it's in here. I think you just... Oh, okay, buddy. Wait, oh, wow. I didn't know both of you were in here. Okay, well, that's really rude. I know to just, bombard that place the second I get in. Thank you. So normally you defeat the Striders, and then you have a little cutscene with Alyx here, and then from here we get that little door open, and we're able to drive through. But a classic we have here is we aren't able to get through, as we have no Alyx to cutscene with. Not trigger, but if we look up here, there is a lot of collision here. So prop hopping up isn't really an option, but by using accelerated side hopping from, you know, up a hill like this, or accelerated back hopping, they're both the same idea. You're able to get over, scot through, and I'm out of bounds. That's awesome. I'm able to get back in, maybe. Okay, that took me way longer than just the first try attempt I had earlier, which would have been such a clean recording. But sure, that doesn't matter. We get to the next load, which is, wow, I get stopped by a rock. That's awesome. Please don't, fuck it, no fall damage. That's awesome. So we get over to this load, which I think is on this corner. No, I'm just a liar. Oh, yeah, so we get over to this load, and we get our car back. I'm gonna use the car because this is a little bit of a walk. Really good driver over here. That is the first thing they teach you in driving school is you drive like that. Drive however the hell you want. No one's watching you. No one's stopping you from driving like that. So we get over here. This is a nice little area. Stuck up in some, whatever that is. Some health. Oh, we get some creepypasta. We get some, what about anyone else hearing that blue sound? So if we just pop in here. I want to know what that sound is. We have no Alyx to start the cutscene, so this whole area is a little useless. No matter how long you wait, nothing ever happens. So, and also you are back trapped that way, so you have to get back up, prop hopping over this conveniently placed barrier. Thankfully, there is a conveniently placed barrier. And for the rest of the map, we have that. Okay, well, I'm a fraudster. I know, uncut content, but I'm cutting the content because I suck. Nice. Okay, I got over here in the end. And normally you'd get like a bunch of Metro cops fighting you, and that gate would be open. We do not have any of that, so next best option is making our own way over there. If we make our way back over to where we were before, making sure to bring a prop of some kind. Anyone else hearing that throbbing pulse? Anyone else hear the ominous bell tolling? If we bring a prop and we go over to this hill, it doesn't have to be this hill, I just find it a pretty convenient place to do it. We're able to prop hop on top of the invisible barrier here, which is just a little bit higher than the actual thing. If prop hopping wants to work for me today, I'm not doing very well with prop hopping. Once we get around the area, you just stand on that. Bring the barrel with us, because you need to bring the barrel with you. Okay, cool. You can get back into the map this way. And so, boom, if we get back down safely, safe-ish, okay, you can get back, get back into the map this way. And then we can just go right to the end, but we can't, as there's this beautiful trigger. I'll try and point out which one it is. It's not the first trigger. It's that second trigger or that third trigger. I can't remember which one it is. But if you don't have Alyx and you don't have the car, well, Alyx should be in the car at that point. But you know what I mean. If you don't have them, it will set you back to your last save. So, thankfully, if we go down this way instead of going back in there, the triggers don't extend past this point out of bounds, which makes sense. But it lets us get right to the end of this without any of those triggers needing to be touched. So we can abandon Alyx that we don't have all we want. Not sure why the game didn't notice until now. You know, it wasn't keeping tabs like, oh, you don't have Alyx. We should set you back to your last save. Maybe you had Alyx then. No. The game doesn't know anything about me. But once we get to the end of this map, we have to go a little slower because we gotta bring the prop with us. Oh, fall damage. Nice. Whatever. Which is, it's a long one, because you're meant to be in a car, surprisingly. They don't tell you this in the game, but... Oh, what the hell? They don't tell you this in the game, but... You actually need a car in this section. Just kidding, you don't need a car. As our car is useless. So if we go back up this way and we just climb this little fence, which has a little bit of collision. It's not that high. Should we just climb that? Like a freaking boss, like a parkour boss. We can get back in. No, that wasn't high enough. Okay. Like a parkour. I'm a noob. And I suck. Oh my god, why is it doing that? It's like being a horrible thing for no reason. Eventually, yeah, there we go. We're on top of the wall. And then boom, we're back in bands. We're back in. And from here, we get our lovely car back, still without an Alyx inside. We'll just drive it for a second because, you know, we're bougie like that. And, you know, get some nice little... but the issue here is... If we turn on triggers, which I forget which one this is. Yep. There is a trigger right here. And a trigger, you know, it's massive. And this is another Alyx trigger. So if we go the path as usual... You know, drive all the way around there, and then all the way around there, we'll get stopped here. So we have to, sadly, leave our car. If we look around, these trains don't have, they don't have collision on top of them, which means we're very easily able to get up there. Boom. Okay. I love crits. They're very, you know, awesome. The best thing ever, really. And then if we climb up here, with some very conveniently placed geometry. Never mind. I was lying. You have to profile up here. We get to this little section, and this is right on the border of that one trigger. this trigger's fine. But, luckily we have a nice little bridge around it. Boom. You know, we can just go right around it, which is very kind of the developers and very considerate of them. From here, you are better to go back inbounds. As navigating this whole section out of bounds sucks, but if we skip that one Alyx trigger, we can avoid the rest. And if we just get to the end of this whole section, we come across something awesome, which is the hardlock that is mentioned in the title. So it's not completely impossible to get inside of here. Okay, so if we get up here onto this invisible wall, and we turn on triggers, there's this massive cube that will, if I can walk into it, it'll softlock us for saying, oh, we need Alyx fans. We need Alyx fans. So, getting around this, we're able to jump over to here, and from here, we're able to start this cutscene. As if we've fallen out of here. I'm gonna turn off wireframes. Oh, no wireframes. And from here, in this area, normally a helicopter spawns, and then you fight the helicopter. You know, you throw its own bombs at it. And it is possible to trigger that cutscene. It's very awkward. But the thing is, even if you do, Alyx isn't there. So once you finish it, and I'll splice some other gameplay in from when I did get it to work. Okay, I've never had the chopper spawn in before. Wait, this might be possible. Have we got the... Normally Alyx would be here in this one. Okay, this is weird. Because normally you have the NPCs with you when the chopper attacks, and we'd have a single one. So I want to know if I defeat the chopper, do I get any of the NPCs to spawn in? Oh, did they spawn in? Or did their voice line play? Oh! Hello? Well, normally this is where Alyx would drop down and yeah, maybe this is possible if I... It's definitely not starting the cutscene. Because normally after you've done that, you go over here, and then they open that for you, but he is completely stationary. Huh. Yeah, so what you saw there is when the fight ends, you get one of the NPCs, but, you know, they don't open the door. And even if you are able to get inside of here, the trigger isn't inside of here. It's... Oh. Whilst there is a trigger in here, that's not a load trigger. That's just, that's a completely separate trigger. So if I were to no-clip in here, I did make my own way in here, but I spent ages making it work. But, if you do, you don't trigger the next map. And there's no other way, as far as I know, to trigger the next map. So this is a hardlock of your save. Boom. That's all I've got to talk about here, but I hope you enjoyed watching this. I don't normally do videos like this. But I wanted to I like rambling. I like talking. Explaining stuff. I felt the route was too cool to just ignore, in my video. So thank you. Thank you for watching.